Alright, we're going here. The police are on their way somewhere. Well, hopefully they're not coming over here. Oh, it's an ambulance. Get out of his way. People are so... It's not me. Well, guys, told you I was going to probably make a few videos today out of boredom. I even turned my lights on for this one. I'm going to tell you a story. As I said in my prior videos, that I'll try to feed you a little bit of my life, one piece at a time, and you know, kind of see, you know, I want to tell you what I've seen. I want to tell you a story about where I know, you know, that God and the angels were on my side. I was riding a bicycle, not this one. I've been through probably 100 bicycles by now. But I was riding up the Mississippi. I think I was in Arkansas. I'm pretty sure it was Arkansas. And I was running up along next to the Mississippi. And I get to this bridge. And there was this creek that was feeding down into the Mississippi, down into the river. And it was really pretty, you know, had a little beach down there and everything, you know, and I'm like, let's go down and check it out, you know. And so I laid my bicycle against the guardrail. I mean, I'm in the middle of nowhere, Arkansas, which is a whole lot of nowhere in Arkansas, and I was in one of those places. And so I leaned the bicycle against the rail, and I kind of had to cut through the woods, you know, to get down, because there was wood, you know, there was the creek, and then there was woods on either side of it, you know. I mean, I was in the middle of nowhere, you know, there's woods everywhere, but, you know, I had to kind of cut through the woods to get down to where I thought was a beach. And so I finally get to it. I get through the woods, and I get down to the beach where I see it, and there's a berm that goes down like, you know, maybe 2 feet, you know, it angles down. It's like a 2-foot drop, and then you're on this, what looked like a beach. So I jump off the berm, hit the beach, but when I hit the beach, fuck, it wasn't a beach, man. It was quicksand. Boom, boom, right up to my chest, man. I mean, right up to the bottom of my rib cage. I went down in the. It wasn't mud. It was sand. It was sand, and it was up to my rib cage, man. Of course, I don't panic. I never panic. I've never been a panicky person, and I immediately turned around and, of course, started grabbing at the grass on the berm. You know, and I ripped it all out, you know, just trying to, you know, grab a hold of something, because I could feel myself sinking, you know, slowly but surely, you know. You know, just grabbing everything. Of course, I ripped all the grass out of the side of the berm, you know, whatever. And, but, and this is what saved my life, and this is why I believe in God and the angels. It was about that long, maybe, I'm gonna say maybe, you know, 8 inches was this tree root from a pine tree that was coming out of the berm. And this root, you know, I mean, it was like half the circumference maybe of, you know, a pencil. I mean, it was like, you know, it was a skinny little root that just happened to be hanging out, and I got my hand on it, you know. I got my hand on it, and I stopped squirming. I'm like, all right, we need to be really cool here, because this little tree root and our life are on the line here, you know what I mean? If I pull too hard, that tree root will snap, and I will have absolutely nothing left to grab a hold of to try to get myself out of this, you know, because I was, you know, as I said, up to my rib cage in quicksand. You'd think they would have put up a sign, Arkansas. Anyway, I held on to that little tree root for about 6 hours. It took me like 6 hours, slowly but surely wiggling and worming, and I You know, I started thinking like a worm, you know, and I never let go of that little tree root, man, you know. I never let go of it, you know. So many thoughts went through my head about, you know, somebody will come along and steal the bike. That I'm just going to vanish into thin air, you know, and nobody's ever going to know what happened, you know. But it didn't go down that day. That might still happen, but it didn't happen that day. That little tree root that God stuck out there for me, that I held on to with dear life and took very gentle care of it, you know. I didn't squeeze it too tight. I didn't pull on it too hard. You know, I'm just like, you know, just please work with me, you know. And that little tree root did. It worked with me. Took me about 6 hours. But I finally crawled my way out of that quicksand. Sucked the shoes right off my feet. I was lucky to come out with my pants. I hope I never find myself in that situation again. I hope I don't. All right, guys, that's one of my stories. That's my quicksand story. All right, I'll holler at y'all later.